Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Listen, this didn't even take a day. Less than 24 hours after the executive order dropped, Donald Trump's executive order with the mail-in ballots, doing the executive order saying they're going to create a list, they got hit with a lawsuit fast. Not weeks, not months, within hours.
Yeah.
This is Democracy Watch. Mark, it looks like Trump has finally gotten what he deserves in the aftermath of his illegal executive order declaring that there are all these restrictions on mail-in voting. Can you explain what you're responsible for doing?
Yeah, we sued him. I mean, I told him in advance, if he tries to take over voting in this country, he's going to get sued. He's going to get sued fast, and he's going to lose. Well, he's gotten sued. He got sued fast. We filed within the first 24 hours, and now he's going to lose. And so I'm representing the Democratic Party, the Democratic National Committee, Senatorial Committee, Congressional Campaign Committee, the DGA, as well as House and Senate leadership. And we filed quickly. We filed aggressively. And, and look, we cannot let Donald Trump gain a foothold of letting time tick while these illegal and unconstitutional actions settle in. This is, I think, one of the mistakes that, frankly, Democrats made in the past, is that they're like, well, what Donald Trump is doing is so clearly illegal, we don't have to worry about it. Right. And what happens then is, like, his side, through sheer repetition, says, well, he did it. And if we're not right on top of this and just insisting that we're going to fight these hard, we're going to bring these cases to court quickly, we're going to insist on quick rulings, and that we are going to fight to make sure that it is gotten rid of root and branch, then shame on us. So that's what we've done. And, and you've been a real partner in this. You and I did a video as soon as this executive order came down, and you helped get out the word that we were going to bring quick litigation. And I want to thank you for that, and thank everyone who subscribes to this channel, and use the opportunity here to tell people to do so if they're not already. And now I'm here to say that we've followed through on that promise, and we'll keep you apprised as this case moves forward.
Now you heard that. You heard how fast that happened. They didn't wait. They didn't sit around debating it. They didn't say, let's see how this plays out. They moved immediately. And that should tell you something, because when lawyers jump in that fast within hours, that means they already know where this is going. They've seen this before. Same move, same play, same argument. Let's be clear about what was just said in this clip. This executive order is claiming the federal government can build a list of who is allowed to vote, then send that list to the states and tell them only send ballots to these people. That's not a small change. That's not tightening the rules. That's stepping into the entire system, which is what Donald Trump's executive order did. Because right now, elections are run by the states. That's how it's set up. Each state decides how voting works. Mail in, early voting, registration, that's their lane. This order tries to move that power from the states to the federal government. And then it pulls the Postal Service into it, saying ballots only get delivered to people on that approved list. So now think about that in real life, okay? If your name doesn't match perfectly, if your information is off, if something hasn't updated yet, you don't get a ballot. Not because your state said so, but because a federal list said so. That's why this got challenged so fast, because once something like that starts rolling, it's hard to stop it later. And here's something else that matters. This ain't new. This same type of move, trying to control how elections work from the top, already went to court before, and it lost. The ruling was simple. The president does not run elections. That's not his role. That's not your lane. Get up out of there. And now this new case is going right back to the same courtroom, same judge, same legal grounds. So people acting like this is some brand new strategy, it is not. It's the same fight, just round two. Now here's where it gets real, because even if this gets blocked, and it probably will in some form or fashion, that doesn't mean it stops there. Because what you're watching is a pattern that this president keeps coming about. One approach gets shut down. Another one comes in. Different angle, same goal. This president keeps trying method after method after method to get people disenfranchised from voting. This is what he is doing because he knows he's going to lose. He knows he loses if Democrats can have mail-in ballots. He loses if people have the option to vote mail-in. And that's why people are paying attention now. That's why he tried to do the Save America Act. Same thing. You will disenfranchise a lot of voters, and that's what he wants to do, specifically Democratic voters. And people have to start paying attention why people want that. People keep saying in my comments, say, yeah, why y'all Democrats don't want to sign the Save Act? Because we know that it will disenfranchise a whole bunch of people, and you're trying to find voter fraud when there is no such thing as voter fraud. 36 cases out of 10 years is not voter fraud. Stop it. Because this isn't just about one executive order either. This is about control over how elections are run. Who decides, the states or the federal government? And right now, you got a move trying to shift that control from the president. Now look at what's happening on the ground. No states have jumped in to adopt this. That matters. Because even states that might agree politically don't want the federal government stepping in and taking over their system. They don't want that. That's a line. And once that line gets crossed, it doesn't just affect one party. It affects everybody. And where does this go? Same place it's going right now. Supreme Court and fast. Legal fights, injunctions, challenges. And while all of this is happening, people are left trying to figure out, what does this mean for the vote? That's the reality, because at the end of the day, this doesn't just stay in Washington. This hits real people. Real ballots, real elections. And right now we're watching it unfold again in real time. Y'all hit the comments and tell me what you think about this story. And I'll see you in the next one.